Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have found dupes of cult favorites. So I've got a Hoola bronzer dupe here and I've got a Kiehls moisturizer dupe here, and these are both from Aldi and they were about $5.99 each, which if they're a dupe of the original ones are super cheap in comparison. The Kiehls one retails for around £25 and the Hoola bronzer retails around £20, so it would be a massive saving if these work out. So I'm gonna test them. I mean, I already have it all on my face but carry on watching to see my thoughts and feelings towards these products. This is the Lacura moisturizer. It has very similar font and kind of packaging to the Kiehls one. This is the Lacura bronzer, which is very similar to the original, and this is the shade. I am having the most bummy kind of day, like PJs on, not leaving the house. It's a lazy Sunday today. Right, so I've got the Aldi dupe of the Kiehls moisturizer here and it's not even open, so let's open it. It is Lacura facial cream, 24-hour hydration and protection. God, how do I even open this? It's not opening. I'm gonna end up tearing the box like I always do. I can never open anything, like, come on. Okay, so it actually comes with some instructions. Apply daily in the mornings and evenings to cleanse skin, blah blah blah. One of those instruction sheets that says if you react, stop using it. It's common sense. Ooh, it has foil, so at least I know it's fresh and no one's poked their fingers in there. You know when I was saying I can't open things? Well, yeah. It does not smell like the Kiehls moisturizer whatsoever. It kind of just smells like an ordinary day cream. So what I thought would be a fun idea is to do half the face using the Kiehls moisturizer and then the other half using this Lacura moisturizer, and seeing how my skin feels throughout the day and seeing how it works underneath makeup, because the Kiehls moisturizer is the best hydrating primer. So good. It's like you've got your SPF, your moisturizer and your primer in one. I mean, you're winning. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this, like a thin consistency, use on this side of my face. Not too much because I only want to do one side of my face. It just has that, as a cheap moisturizer kind of smell. It feels really nice and hydrating and feels quite cool on my skin. Oh, it feels really nice. I'm into it. My skin feels really hydrated. Okay, I ain't mad at this. Definitely feels less greasy than the Kiehls one, but I like the greasy texture of that one because it means that it's kind of tacky. This one feels less tacky, like I can feel it sinking into my skin. Feels more like a water-based moisturizer. Well, the other side, let's use the Kiehls moisturizer, which is the best moisturizer in the world. So good. And it has that chemically smell, but I really like it because I know it works. Like, that's the smell. That's the smell of a good moisturizer. Yeah, so Kiehls moisturizer feels very moisturizing and hydrating, a little bit tacky. They both feel really good on the skin. The key difference is that the Kiehls one is tacky, and yeah, this one still has a bit of tack, and the Lacura one really just hydrates the skin and doesn't really leave any tackiness. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and then we're gonna get onto the bronzer dupe. Okay, I've got a full face of makeup on, and I'll tell you right off the bat, the thing I noticed is that this side of my face, the Kiehl side of my face, the makeup looks a little bit more dewy than this side of my face, which looks more matte. And if I'm honest, I don't really mind the matte kind of finish or the dewy finish. I just think it's interesting that the two different creams have given a complete different finish. So the Kiehls moisturizer is way more moisturizing. The Kiehls moisturizer is way more hydrating, and it kind of leaves a layer on your skin. It makes it a bit tacky, a little bit more makeup friendly for a dewy base. And then the Hoola moisturizer, I feel like it sinks into your skin a little bit better, but I think the Kiehls one is intended to kind of sit on the skin a little bit. Okay, so I've kind of done a little bit of bronzing, a little bit, tiny bit. This is the Hoola bronzer. It is literally the same packaging. This one, hopefully I don't break. Come on. Okay, so this is the bronzer. Now open it up. It's exactly like the Hoola one. You get like a mini brush. I don't know, I might use it, might not. And this is the colour of the bronzer. And I've got the Hoola one right here, so we can just do a direct comparison of the shade. So this is the Hoola one, and this is the Hoola bronzer. What I can say is this one is looking a tad bit more cool than the Hoola bronzer, and I think that's what makes the Hoola one so appealing, because it's warm and cool toned at the same time. It's like the perfect balance. But this might appear a little bit cooler in the pan, but on the skin it might be really different. So I'm just going to take my bronzer brush and I'm just going to do the Hoola side first. Just like get a little bit on my brush and just add a little bit more some onto my skin. So I'm just going to bronze up the forehead, and all the bits I usually warm up. Okay, so that you can see has added a little bit more warmth and a little bit more coolness. So I can see that it's chiseled me a little bit. But we know Hoola is a tried and tested goodie. And now we're going to go into the Hoola one. So I'm just going to put my brush in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's getting a little bit dusty. I don't know how pigmented this is, so we're just going to go in. Ooh. Ooh. Is this a dupe? Okay. Just gonna pop that. It's blending really nicely. I have no issues with it. I mean, this was not the cheapest bronzer. It was like $5.99 or something like that. So it's not exactly super cheap, because you could get drugstore bronzers that will literally be like £2 and they'll work great. But it works. It's worked really nicely on the skin. It's not patchy, it's blended. But wow, oh my goodness, I honestly think that they're exactly the same. They look the same on the skin, which is crazy, because one, like Hoola is so expensive. It's like 20 quid or however much it is, but it lasts for ages. I mean, you can't really complain too much, because one Hoola bronzer will last you a year or two. But this one, the Hoola one, it's literally £6, and I honestly think it performs exactly the same. So yes to this. But I'm gonna wear this makeup throughout the day. I'm not particularly doing anything exciting. I'll probably do some cooking and stuff like that, so there'll actually be like heat and humidity and whatnot on my skin. So I'm just gonna wear it and I'm gonna test how it kind of works out. But yeah, so I will do a check-in later on. Okay guys, so it's been about 4 hours and I've cooked, so there's been heat, and this is how it's looking right now. So this is the side with the dupes, and this is the side with the originals. So straight off the bat, I can tell you that this side of my face using the original Kiehls cream and the Hoola bronzer is far more dewy than this side. This side is a lot more matte, and that's because the Kiehls moisturizer, it kind of leaves a layer, a tacky layer on your skin, and that is really good for makeup, especially if you want dewy makeup. However, I actually prefer the finish of this side. It's really matte and it's looking really flawless. I feel like my pores look a lot smaller on this side than they do on this side, which is crazy. I mean, the Kiehls moisturizer is hands down my favourite moisturizer. I won't stop using it. And I don't think that this dupe is exactly going to be my substitution for that. But this is a really nice moisturizer, and I would use it before makeup as well, because I think it gives hydration and plumpness to the skin without leaving it greasy. So I guess that's a good thing. So I think this is actually a really nice cream, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a dupe because the finish of the skin on both sides are so different. It's a nice cream, and honestly it's made my skin on this side look really matte and quite flawless. So I approve. It's not a dupe, but it's a nice cream. With the bronzer, I feel like the intensity of the colour on both sides is quite intense. I'd say they're both pretty much the same colour, which is crazy because look at this. And then look at this. I honestly can't tell a difference of colour, which is incredible because this bronzer was less than half price, and I honestly think it's a really, really good dupe for the Hoola. It's the same colour and honestly it blends really nicely. So this is definitely a dupe, and if you can get your hands on it and you use Hoola bronzer and you need to restock or whatever, this is a great substitute. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video and it helps you save some coin. But yeah, if you enjoyed my video, then make sure you like and subscribe to my channel because it always means the most. And I'll see you in the next one.